Today, I want to talk about something that I really hate. And I'm going to talk about grades. It is something I've already done, but I'll do it again because I think I need to. I think it is appropriate, and I think it is going to be great. Grades matter, grades don't matter. That's the big question. I'd argue they don't in some ways, but on the other hand, they do. But the thing I really hate, and I state this wholeheartedly, is when teachers go, actually, grades don't matter. And I can tell you this, thankfully, I've got good self control, or I can control myself very well. I mean, I can show restraint and avoid catching a murder or assault charge. But I'm genuinely pissed off when teachers go and say grades don't matter. What matters is the journey. Well, this to some extent is true. I also think it is very utopic. Let's just start by saying that. But it is also false. Because when you try and go look for a job, no one's going to ask you about the journey. I mean, they don't give a shit. So this whole thing, this whole idea, oh, grades don't matter actually, you're wrong. Let's just start by saying this, and you're very annoying. I'll state this very clearly, and I hope that as many teachers of mine as possible are listening to this, or will listen to this. And I hope that they think about the things I said, because they're true. When they say grades don't matter, well, that's a lie. The only reason why people go to school is because of grades. I'm not going to say the only reason, but one of the reasons why you go to school is because of grades. And it is also the reason why you argue with parents. So like, you got a B, I wanted an A. And then you would say, yeah, but I tried, I studied, I did a good job. It wasn't that bad, it was a B, which is good. No, but you should have gotten an A. And that's where relationships get broken. So grades are an interesting topic. Do I think grades matter? Well, saying they don't is wrong. Saying they do is wrong at the same time. It's a nuanced answer, the one I'm going to give you. While it is true that it's not the most important thing, because what matters is actually what you learn, the skills you've got, and after that, how you use them to your advantage. At the same time, if you don't have high grades, and if you don't graduate with a good result, you're not going to get anything. So this is true but not true. People always say the sheet of paper you get after university doesn't matter. What matters is what you know. What matters is a journey. I hate it so much when people say the journey is what matters. No. No one gives a fuck about the journey. No one does. Truly, guys, I speak the truth. I try to speak the truth. That's my goal here. My goal is not to be nice. My goal is not to say what people want to hear. My goal is to say what I think is right. And let's just be totally honest. No one other than you yourself and God cares about grades, cares about the journey whatsoever. The journey is what matters. Well, why don't you shut up instead of saying such lies? Wouldn't it be more suitable? Wouldn't it be better for you? Like, wouldn't it be less embarrassing? Grades don't matter. Fuck off. It's wrong. I hate this so much, guys. It's a pet peeve of mine, as you have realized. And I also really wholeheartedly hate school. Because I think it's boring. Not because I'm particularly smart. I've said this many times, my grades are not good. Or at least they could be way better. They're not bad either. I mean, I've never been rejected. Let's just be honest, I've never failed a class. But Inversely and concurrently, they could be way better. Why so? The reason why they're not better is because I don't study as much as I could and probably even should. But I don't hate school for that reason. I'm a very professional person. I hate school because it's boring, and I hate it because it's so fake. Grades don't matter, it's the journey. Fuck you. Okay? No, it's the grades that matters. No one cares about the journey. Spoiler alert, no one cares about the journey. Okay? Genuinely no one cares about the journey you've gone through and experienced or whatever. Another thing I truly hate is when people compliment you for your grades. And guys, this is very strange. Again, you guys know I'm crazy. But I know this is strange, I know this is not normal, but I genuinely hate this too. When people go, congrats, you got an A, are you happy? Especially when you say, are you happy? When they say congrats, it's already annoying. Congrats, you got an A. That's already annoying. But when they say, congrats, you got an A, are you happy? Well, that's more than annoying. The closest I've ever gotten to assaulting someone was when they told me something like that. I've never gotten close to assaulting anyone. Never, which is great. But I think if I ever committed a crime like that, it would be in that kind of scenario. Are you happy you finally got an A? Well, I don't think there is anything to be happy about. And this is actually, to some extent, hypocritical, because I'm always someone who tries to be positive. I try to be positive, and I always say this can be done. I am a positive person. I am a positive-minded person in regard to this can be achieved. I always believe things can be achieved. Always. Inversely and concurrently, I am not a very positive-minded side in the way that I always see things positively. Like, maybe, okay, you're in high school and you're doing a mathematics test, and this is a subject and a particular topic which has really been difficult for you to understand. And let's just say that after 6 months or even 4 months, you get it and finally understand it. Now, you can either see things positively or negatively. I see them negatively in that case, which is kind of interesting given how positive I am in the other regard I mentioned before. I'm like, it took you 4 months? There's something wrong probably. So this is the way I view it. I don't view it like, oh yeah, this is great, finally. No, this is not great. 4 months to do this stupid formula. Guys, I'll say another thing here which is extremely not controversial. I truly believe that if you need to take private lessons for subjects and topics in high school because you genuinely can't understand, there are two differences here. You can either take private lessons because you don't want to study by yourself, which I have done. Few times, very few times. Let's just be honest, very, very, very few times. But even I have done it. On the flip side, you can take private lessons because you genuinely can't understand topics in high school. Well, in that case, you're retarded, I believe. I really believe you are. And I'm not here to insult anyone, but I think there is some mental problem with you. And I'm not even trying to be arrogant. I don't want to say this in an arrogant way, but I just think some things must be told. And topics in high school are easy. We can't lie to ourselves. They're not difficult. It's not hard stuff. If you put yourself and concentrate, if you focus, you will understand that topic. If you don't focus, you will not understand it. That's very simply what happens. So if you take private lessons because you don't want to put a considerable effort into understanding the topic, well, that's fine. But if you genuinely do not understand the topic after hours and hours of trying, when it's just a stupid formula, because the harder subjects are maths, physics, chemistry, it's just formulas. You need to learn that x plus y equals 0. I'm just saying. This is a mathematical formula. I'm just inventing one. And if you really don't understand it, you are retarded. 100%. There is some mental problem there. And I wholeheartedly believe in this. So that's why when they say, finally you have recovered, I'm like, there's nothing to be happy about. 6 months for this shit? Really? And you're being happy? No, I'm sorry, it's not me. And many of you will disagree with this, understand why. Because it's easier effectively to see things positively in this case. But I think there is nothing positive about finally understanding a stupid formula after 8 months. There is nothing, and I will underline this, nothing positive about that. There is nothing positive. It is a failure. It is a lack of maybe even intelligence. I wouldn't say that's necessary, but it is certainly not a good thing. This idea, oh, we recovered, we ought to be happy about that. 6 months for a basic formula, 6 fucking months? No, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be happy. And when the teachers tell you, as I said, are you happy about this? I ain't, okay? I am not. Why? Because I'm just not happy about this. Why should I? Well, because you got a good grade. So what? Is this an achievement? Are we really lowered the standards that much? That getting a good grade is considered an achievement? I'm sorry, I'm not buying into this. I am sorry, but I'm not buying into this. This is just who I am. It's the way I am. Hate it or love it. I know I'm crazy. I know I've got problems myself. But it's the way I am. And I am unapologetic about it. Yes, I do wholeheartedly believe that if you need private lessons to understand topics in high school, you're retarded. And by that I mean, if you need private lessons because you don't want to study by yourself, if you need private lessons because you don't want to study by yourself and put the effort, then that's another thing. But if you genuinely can't understand a topic, after months and weeks of studying it daily, there's something wrong with you. And I wholeheartedly believe in this. And I don't care about how controversial this opinion is. I just think it is correct. And therefore I will state it in the most outlandish and honest and direct way. And fearlessly. I will do it fearlessly. So this is my opinion. This is what I think about grades in school. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And see you soon with other videos. We'll talk about politics again. Don't worry. It's going to be great. See you soon. I love you all and take care, guys. Bye-bye.